talked a little bit last week about the Mula Madhyamaka Karika, written by Master Nagarjuna, commented on by the great incomparable Tsongkhapa, and how it is about emptiness. Essentially what distinguishes Buddhist from any other classic Indian cult or religion. Buddha was originally a Hindu. He had some rather radical beliefs, whereas some Hindu sects, many Hindu sects believe many different things about the way things actually exist, whether there was a self, whether there's this permanent soul, very similar to what a Christian soul would be, whether there was God. And Shakyamuni Buddha was a voidist. He propounded this concept of emptiness, which is what this whole text is about. What distinguishes Buddhism from any other classic school in ancient India is this understanding, his understanding of dependent origination and emptiness. Lord Buddha taught this emptiness in many different ways to his disciples. Some disciples he taught more of in the first turning of the wheel, he explained to them that things do exist, essentially. In the second turning of the wheel, he explains that all phenomena lack inherent existence. And in the third turning of the wheel, Shakyamuni Buddha taught many fine distinctions of phenomenon, cause phenomenon, eternal phenomenon, and went down the line and said, well, some things are empty, some things aren't. You have to make these fine distinctions. Master Chandakirti, the incomparable Tsongkhapa, Gyaltsen Je, his most prominent disciple, would say that Shakyamuni Buddha taught the last turning of the wheel to try to to have his disciples chill out. Like, if you teach people certain things, they'll go crazy. You're not supposed to teach emptiness to people who are not prepared, because they might drift into a kind of understanding of emptiness as a non-existence, nihilism, or and do crazy things. They might reject morality due to this belief, like the classic hedonist school in India had belief that there was no previous lives and no next lives. They took this sort of reductionism to an extreme. So Lord Buddha taught different things to different disciples at their capacity. But this text, Mula Madhyamaka Karika, Umatsawa Cherub, is the highest understanding of emptiness. If you get this, it's possible to achieve nirvana and Buddhahood. It's possible to get to a paradise, while at the same time knowing that you're not going to any paradise or coming from any kind of, there's the common concept of samsara and nirvana. Samsara and nirvana in the sutras are talked about as being equal. Equal in what way? They are both dependently originating. What does that mean? Dependent origination is some lower views of dependent origination, that things are based upon their various parts, their causes and conditions. The highest way, the Madhyamaka Prasangika view of this dependent origination, is that things are dependent upon your mental projections. Without these mental projections, nothing can exist for you. For you, it's not like the world was empty by some kind of accident. Like everything's just sort of this kind of belief that ancient Hindus had, that we all seem to have in our heart, that all phenomenon, both yourself and external phenomenon, seem to have some kind of inherent quality to it. Master Nagarjuna throughout this text says it's not as if this thing could ever exist, a self-existent thing. A buddy of mine took a college course that tried to